Hello, we're going to do a very short video focusing on some seated yoga for the upper body. So we're going to start in seated mountain pose. So come a little bit away from the back of your chair so that you can bring your feet flat to the floor. Knees about hip distance apart, and find that energetic lift. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. You might just take a moment or two to notice the connection that the bottom's making with the chair, that the feet are making with the floor, that they're not rolled off, they're nice and even. Sitting up nice and tall, find the sense of height and length, the shoulders relaxed, and you could just notice this flow of breath in and out through the nose. And then gently does it. Just start to turn the head, nice and easy, start to feel a little bit of a stretch into the side of the neck. With all the exercises we're going to do today, I'm just going to show you a couple of repetitions, but you can choose to take one exercise that you feel is particularly useful and do more repetitions of them. You can take each individual exercise and just intersperse it throughout your day. So that's just gently side to side, remembering nothing should ever hurt. Ear towards the shoulder this time, feeling that sense of length down through here. Back through to centre, and again it's something nice and gentle. You could perhaps do it, if you're caring for somebody, you could do this with the person you're caring for, give them something to do. Okay, so just gently, if you want to, you can hold the head to one side, have 2 or 3 breaths here. And with time, with practice, some people feel it's beneficial to just put a little bit of pressure on. Be careful with that. Just be aware of what feels right for you. Remembering all these things should feel perhaps comfortable-ish. Just feeling like a good stretch. If there's any pain, that's too much. Okay, let's think about these shoulders. So just gently lift them up towards the ears and then release them. So we're not thinking of dragging them down the back. And just release. And again. And then maybe rolling them. Inhale as they lift up, exhale down. So just gently rolling through. One of the most beneficial exercises is cat and a cow, and if you've been coming to my normal yoga classes, you know about cats and cows. We do loads of them. If you come to my seated classes, we do the seated version. So start with this top third of the chest to start with. Think about breadth across the opening and the rotating open of the shoulders, and then on the exhale, that stretch across the upper back. So you can keep it quite small like this. Or you can start to make it bigger. Hello, Hobbs. Yeah, good boy. Okay. Fab. We're going to think a little bit about wrist rolls. So again, this is quite strengthening for the arms because we're going to hold them up for a certain length of time. So you could do it one arm and then the other if it's too much to hold them both up. The shoulders are back, we're not reaching forwards, and the weight of the arms aren't going to pull us forward. We're going to keep this uplift, keep the shoulders back, and then draw great big circles with the fingertips. So imagine a great big piece of paper in front of you. How big a circle can you draw? And then, oh, did you miss? You missed my knee. Please don't use your claws. Oh, got to be in the shot, haven't you? Got to be in the shot. And then you can spread through the fingers and then make fists. So this is another one good for strengthening the arms. Hello, am I not paying any attention to you at all? Spread and fist. And then we're going to loosen it up a bit by imagining that we've just washed our hands for 20 seconds while singing happy birthday twice. But there's no paper towels, we're going to flick. Perhaps not so good coronavirus wise. So it's just an imaginary one. Flick, flick, flick. And then give it a shake. Okay, so we've done some cats and cows, we've done some movement into the shoulders, we've got some movement into our neck, we've got some movement into our wrists. Let's now think about this flow of breath. So what we want to do is really open up through the lungs by inhaling, open everything up, and now you're going to take one arm over the other arm and give yourself a hug as you exhale. Big breath in, maybe turn the palms to face up, other arm on top this time, so it's a little bit of a mind twister as well. Inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale, open, and again you can do as many of those as you like. So for the last couple of things, we're just going to think about calming mechanisms. So for this one, it's a physical way of focusing, and that's by taking your thumb to each individual finger in turn. And some people use a little mantra to go with this. So if there's one you're working with, sa, ta, na, ma, for example, or you might choose to use 1, 2, 3, 4, or Peter, Toby, Ruby, small, whatever works for you. I think I've worked with some people who use apples, bananas, oranges, pears. It really doesn't matter, just something to focus your awareness. You can take your attention to that part where the thumb is touching the finger. Feel the connection. And you can do that in bed, help you drop off. Different things work for different people. Try them. If it doesn't work for you, move on, try something else. If it does, brilliant. So another one that we can use is just a breathing exercise, and the safest, most appropriate breathing exercise for everyone pretty much is coherent breathing. And this is where we breathe an even number of counts on the way in as on the way out. So if you're breathing in for 3, when you breathe out, it will also take 3 counts to breathe out. And your focus again is on this flow of breath. So that's your anchor. It's keeping your attention in the present moment. So again, this can be done in bed if you want to drop off, help you relax, or you can just take a minute in the day, up to about 10 minutes if you've got the time. Just sit quietly for somewhere and just think about that flow of breath, noticing what it feels like for the breath to come in through the nose, travel down through the back of the throat, all the way down into the lungs where the belly and the ribs and the chest all expand. And then that breath leaves, everything deflates, out through the neck, out through the nose. And the thing to remember here is that over time that breath will get longer until eventually you'll get to the point where you're breathing in for 6 and out for 6. But at no time should it be painful or anxiety inducing. At no time should it feel like you're about to burst or that you're completely empty and dying to draw that breath in. It needs to feel relaxed, even, steady, constant flow of breath. So slow it down rather than take in more breath. Okay, and you can choose to stay doing that for as long as you like. Thank you very much. This was meant to be a really short one, so I think it's gone on a little bit longer than I'd hoped. But it's just a few short things, a few simple things, and you don't have to do them all in one go. You can do them if there's one particular exercise that is more beneficial for you, you can do that one more frequently. Okay, great. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.